This video is sponsored, but definitely not by Honey. And trust me, this YouTube scam story isn't just drama. It is unfortunately relevant to you and me and anyone who enjoys online videos about Dungeons and Dragons and similar games. Spoiler, sort of, as of recording, Honey is being sued by Legal Eagle, the huge lawyer channel who made a video about the D&D OGL controversy, about the established titles sponsorship scam thing from a few years ago. But for the last few years, hundreds of popular YouTubers with millions, even tens of millions of subscribers have been sponsored by Honey. Honey. An online shopping browser extension that claims to search the entire web and find you the best available coupon code for whatever it is you're buying. But just in the last week or so, you might have heard that Honey is allegedly scamming their millions of customers and the hundreds of creators who worked with them.
Title's not clickbait, the biggest YouTube scam has just been revealed by a channel called Megalag.
So this alleged scam allegedly works in two alleged ways, which I will briefly summarize because many other videos have already done it better. Affiliate manipulation and private partner deals. So you know affiliate marketing. Creator mentions a product in their video and puts a referral link to the product in the video description. Viewer uses that referral link to buy the product, and the creator earns a tiny commission, maybe like 5% of the sale, for referring that customer. But Honey, by having their discount notification pop up right at checkout, was allegedly switching creators' referral codes with their own, effectively siphoning those tiny earned commissions from countless creators, whether or not they themselves were ever sponsored by Honey. My own affiliate commissions from Amazon, which were not very high to begin with, were cut in half in 2024 compared to the previous 2 years. That could be a total coincidence because this was apparently going on for a long time. But as a small business, it still stinks. And the second alleged Honey scam is worse. Their whole promise to users is to find the best available discount. But if a store partnered with Honey, they could allegedly choose to have Honey show lower discounts than what was actually available. So I thought this allegation, just straight up false advertising, was what might get them into trouble, but apparently this class action lawsuit by Legal Eagle is an effort to return the lost commissions to creators. Though I have no idea how any of us could actually verify that our referral codes were switched by Honey. Remember, even the biggest YouTubers ever, like Mr. Beast, who has teams of lawyers, didn't realize what was going on with this sponsor. So, how is it that our entire sphere of D&D related YouTube creators seems to have just uncanny dodged this Honey fiasco and almost every other YouTube sponsorship scandal? There are two main reasons that you, as a member of this community, should take pride in. One, the TTRPG community is filled with creative people. Not just people making videos. I mean, this ecosystem is full of artists, writers, and designers working independently or in small studios to publish their own books and make other fun and useful tools for RPG players and game masters, and then sponsor RPG videos. Legit example, today's sponsor, Chepeku Tokens. These are professional artists and cartographers who you by now know make gorgeous fantasy maps for RPGs. But finally, they're making character and monster tokens to use in your games too, and even offering you, creative member of the RPG community, the tools to customize their tokens. So you can be like me and make a beach episode version of your otherwise stoic orc barbarian D&D character. Joining gets you full access to the token catalog, plus 5 new tokens every week, and the premier version lets you change the look of the character or monster, their gear, and even the token's frame, and more. Definitely go check out the demo and make a weird bugbear. It's fun, linked below, and thanks to Chepeku Tokens for being a relevant creative sponsor. Because even though I've received many sponsorship emails over the years for products and services completely unrelated to RPGs, I'll never forget the string of emails wanting me to promote beauty mirrors on TikTok. I don't even have a TikTok. I've never felt like I had to accept one of those unrelated sponsors to keep doing this full time. And I think it's extremely cool to be part of this uniquely creative community where even all the sponsors are part of the community. Okay, and I did work with established titles that one time. We all know how that turned out. And sidebar, there's a chance that some full-time dungeon tubers, perhaps including myself, may need to look further afield for sponsors in the future. We'll talk about that at the end of the video. But the second reason we all avoided this honey situation, we're really niche. Short version, D&D YouTube has a very real ceiling for consistent viewership, and that makes it a more or less closed ecosystem when it comes to sponsors. It's easy to forget in our modern world of internet bubbles, but most people on planet Earth don't really know what D&D is, let alone play it, and the majority of people who do play RPGs don't engage with this online fandom. We are a niche within a niche. So even a channel like Critical Role, at the top of this niche community with 2.4 million subscribers, has fewer subscribers and lower consistent viewership than the genuinely large channels of normal YouTube. Of course, Critical Role is big enough to get offers from some typical YouTube sponsors, cue footage of a ridiculous NordVPN ad by Sam Riegel.
I need my friends at NordVPN.
Maybe they even got offers from Honey, but avoided it based on the shockingly accurate scam prediction from a friend of their channel, Markiplier.
Where is Honey getting the money?
And another limit on this ecosystem, there are very few RPG companies that can even afford to sponsor channels like Critical Role, so those companies have no reason to sponsor big non-RPG channels, even though it would spread the good word of D&D. But again, most of these VPNs, food delivery services, and Honey just overlook the vast majority of D&D tubers because we cannot get the consistently high viewership that they want. And look, the only reasons I worked with established titles was because they were sponsoring everybody, and I love that they donated tons of money to forest conservation. Yeah, despite the initial scam expose being like, we don't know if they really donate any money, it was insanely easy for me, not a journalist, to find an external source confirming the donations before I agreed to it. And I just thought it was obvious that you don't actually buy a lordship, just like Child Bob watching conservation commercials on TV found it very obvious that you don't actually adopt a snow leopard or whatever. But our boy Legal Eagle, in his professional opinion, said that the lordship claims were apparently convincing enough to count as a scam, so I guess I rest my case. Where were we? Yes. The future of D&D tuber sponsorships feels a little uncertain. Just in my experience, over half of my sponsors from the last 2 years have been cool Kickstarters, mostly for 5e books. But recently, folks crunched the data and found that the number of 5e Kickstarters making over $100,000, aka the ones that typically run sponsorships, decreased from 2023 to 2024. And if that trend continues, we may see more full-time D&D tubers looking outside the RPG niche to find viable sponsors and keep our cool jobs. But that is why I rely first and foremost on the wonderful Bob World Builder patrons who get 1 or 2 bonus videos each month depending on their tier of support. So if you like what I do, please uninstall Honey, and then consider joining my Patreon through the links below, and remember to check out our awesome, relevant sponsor, Chepeku. Thanks, and keep building.